this infamous trip to the governor's mansion?
I mean, my aunt just took me up there, was trying to, basically telling, no, this your son, but they ran us off. Just whatever they security or the police, whatever they was, they ran us off. Told us we ain't supposed to be on the premises. Ran
Gotcha.
us off.
And Hillary was involved in that. Was she or was?
Well, I mean, they was all at she was with them.
All right, welcome to Mogul State of Mind. We got a special guest here. Tell the people who we here with today, brother.
Denny Williams Clinton from Little Rock, Arkansas, son of President Bill Clinton.
Okay. So we gonna just jump straight into it. All right.
Yes, sir.
I'm just gonna ask you straight up.
Yes, sir.
Are you Bill Clinton's son?
I feel I am. I know I got, looking like him, and much as I've known all my life, he's supposed to be my daddy, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like I am, but I do need the legitimate test to prove it. So yeah.
Gotcha. So when did you first become aware of the story like surrounding your connection to Bill Clinton?
Right, since a youngster, I mean, like I said, I got aunties and uncles, you know what I'm saying? My mom, sisters and brothers. My mom's sisters raised me, so they always told me who I was and who my father was. Plus, it was known around Little Rock, you know what I'm saying? So everywhere I went, people were like, oh, that's Bill Clinton's son, you know what I'm saying? So I was aware of it. Like I say, he didn't make president until 93. I was born in 85, so by that time I was 8. So yeah, I was aware of who I was.
Gotcha. And how did that story come about? Like I know how things go about in especially in the black community, but like how do your aunties and all of them know?
Well, they know my mom from being in the streets, but they knew what area my mom was in and who she was interacting with, because that's what they saw every day. You know what I'm saying? And my mom stayed in like a boarding room. It's like basically like a house with a bunch of rooms they rent out, and over there they did a lot of drug activities, prostitution, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, it was behind the governor mansion. And Bill used to jog every day, you know what I'm saying? So he saw what was going on around there, and I believe him.
Yeah.
So
Bill jogging one day and went ahead and
yeah, and it is what it is, my mom told me, on plenty of occasions that, he came and got her, and, they went done what they done. So yeah.
Gotcha. So your mom personally told you that she's interacted with Bill.
Yeah, my mom's still alive, man. My mom, basically, me and her, like, we talk like me and you talking, you know what I'm saying? If I ask her something deep, she'll tell me, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Gotcha. So like, how does your mom feel about the situation as far as with Bill Clinton and everything?
Well, my mom, a tough lady, you know what I'm saying? And my mom had been through some stuff, so like my mom was pushed out a 2-story window. She got a metal plate in her foot. So basically, like, in her time and era, it was like a hush on it, because I guess she feared for her life.
Got you. So your mom is pretty much kind of like, son, let that go. Like don't go down.
No, she ride with me. I tell her I tell her all the time I ain't gonna stop telling. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna I got it in my book. You know what I'm saying? I got most of everything in my book. And if you want to know a lot about me, my life, my mom, get my book, The Forgotten Son. It's on Amazon. And but like I say, my mom, she ride with me, but she still fear for my safety too. So yeah.
Got you. And so we're gonna touch. We'll come back to that.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this about your upbringing. So you were born and raised in Little Rock,
Arkansas. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I was born and raised in Little Rock, Arkansas. I went to Baseline Elementary, Cloverdale, McClellan High School. Most of my peers knew, most of my classmates, my friends, they knew who I was. Everybody called me Lil Clinton,
Yeah.
So it's not a secret. But like I say, it was like a story around Little Rock. Like a guy once made flyers back when he was governor, and Bill was running for president. He was passing flyers out saying, you know, this the black sheep of Bill family, you know, his black son. So Arkansas knew, you know, just the world didn't know, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so being raised in Little Rock, like, take us back through your childhood. We want to know who Danny is.
I mean, being raised in Little Rock, it was tough because shit, Little Rock rough. You come from banging to, you know, like I said, my mom was in the streets on drugs and just saying all of that and surviving through it because it was real killings, real stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? And to be here today, it's a blessing.
Yeah. So kind of you going through those trials and tribulations and the struggles of growing up and your whole life pretty much knowing that your father is Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Like,
President Bill Clinton, yeah, well, he's not the president now, we know Trump is, but he was President Bill Clinton, yeah.
yes, sir. How did that make you feel?
I mean, as a kid, you know, I was up and down because, you know, you want to know your people, you know what I'm saying? So I had days when I was mad, days when I'm sad, but today I put it in my book to teach the youth, you know what I'm saying, to keep going, you know, through any obstacle because everybody go through something, you know what I'm saying? So, like I say, I just kept going, kept pushing. I know that it's something greater later, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So were there ever moments of resentment or just, you know, like...
I mean, I'm a tough dude. I mean, shit, coming from where I come from, it wasn't too much resentment. It was just trying to make it out. You know what I'm saying? So I had to, up until my aunts and my grandma raised me up until they passed away, I had to defend for myself after. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, my mom was in the streets. So it's more of like a survival. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So when did you really, really like just start pushing to get that information out there and to get the evidence that Bill Clinton is your father?
So back growing up, I used to write like, when I was a teenager, I used to write because, you know, we had the library down in Arkansas, we had the Clinton Library, and I either look through the yellow pages, because we didn't have too much of the internet, you know what I'm saying? So I had to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I just write to different addresses of him, his library, stuff in New York I find and whatnot, right? Thinking he'll reach out. But like 2015, 2016, I really started pushing it because, like I say, I had my own kids. I had to figure out my way too, you know what I'm saying? I'm not rich. I had to keep working and at the same time make sure I can be able to get to this point to push my story.
Gotcha. So really, you really started kind of making that push around like 2015.
2015, 2016.
And so what evidence do you have to kind of support you being the son of Bill Clinton?
I mean, I don't have too much evidence as far as what I know and what my mom told me, and as far as the fake DNA test they put out, you know what I'm saying? As far as the presents was delivered to me from the state troopers on Christmas and stuff when I was little. Like, those are the facts that I have, you know what I'm saying? And I was a kid at the time, so I don't have, you know, too much of evidence to say, oh yeah, my mom, I got a picture of him and my mom, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, so are there any pictures out there or any?
Not of him and my mom, you know, he probably kept that under the table, you know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, if it was nowadays time, it would have been a different.
It's been online, you hear me? Because everybody grabbed their phone. So, I mean, you got to look at it. When we grabbed phone back then, it was off the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Still landline.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you getting those gifts. So I'm going to elaborate on that. I know you touched on it in interviews, but
Cool.
I know that it's been, I think, about 9 years since you kind of touched on that story. So tell us about you getting presents from state troopers as a kid.
Right.
How old were you?
It had to been like 96. 93, I was about 8, so I had to been like 10. 96, no, probably 11, 10. You know, it's going on 11. However, but anyways, State Trooper Buddy Young is a state trooper that delivered the president, and he also made a statement about deliver the president. But back then, like I said, I was a kid. I can remember, seeing the presidents because my grandma raised me, and they brought them to my grandma's house, and she was like, we go presents was brought from y'all. I remember the presents and whatnot, but it wasn't much.
Gotcha. So did this just happen one year? Did it happen multiple years?
It happened a few years.
Gotcha.
A few years. But like I say, when he made president in '93, nothing else ever happened.
Gotcha. And when you getting these presents, like in your head, what do you think?
Well, at the time, I was thinking, because at the time, I got little brothers and sisters. I'm thinking like, what is it? We opened it up and I'm passing like, well, this for my sister, you know what I'm saying? Because it's all different kinds of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it wasn't much to think. I was a kid.
Yeah. So was there a name on these presents? Like, did it say Toot
Nah,
Frog?
it didn't say to Danny. No, it was a bag full of different presents in it. And we unwrapped them. It was G.I. Joes, and they used to make the hula hoops that make the noise when you move it around, or
Yeah.
like all type of little petty stuff, back then, that they created. And so it is what it is. I mean, like I say, the state trooper, he made a statement a few times about him delivering it, and that's what it is.
Gotcha. So what around this time when you getting the gifts and you known as Bill Clinton's black son all around and stuff like that, what are your friends saying?
My friends?
Yeah.
So I got a gift one time from some reporters. They bought me a Michael Jordan jersey, the Michael Jordan 2-3.
Yeah.
And they had my name on the back. And during this time, I'm about 6th grade, 7th, 8th grade, and we all getting Jordans. So, everybody more like, oh yeah, you got the nice Jordans, you know what I'm saying? Then you got the jersey. So it made me feel a little good because, like I say, the more they wanted a story about me, the more gifts they offered.
Gotcha.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? But I was a kid, yeah, I was taking shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, give it to me. Especially, I didn't have my mom around, my grandma and them raising me, struggling. So, of course, I'm gonna take the gifts.
Yeah. So from around what age so I hear you saying the reporters kind of came down and were looking for stories and information. Around what age did that start?
But you gotta look at it, he was president from '93 to '98, you know what I'm saying, 2 terms, you know what I'm saying? So it was around that time, I was still a kid.
Yeah.
So we could say from 8, 9, 17, you know what I'm saying, I was still a kid.
Yeah. And so they just be coming down there just ready to talk to you and try to get all kind of
Well, they followed me from school. They was taking pictures of me one day at school and just all type of stuff.
Yeah. So do you think that there's been any type of outside interference, or why do you think this story, even back then, wasn't made big?
I guess, I don't know, as far as why it's made so big, because of his position. But he have a child that he don't look after him. And then also he created the Deadbeat Parent Act, which child support, you know what I'm saying? He don't even take care of his own child. So I feel like it's real big on his responsibility to step up to his own, you know what I'm saying, acts, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So do you think there's any like powerful people outside of Bill that really made sure that this story didn't get anywhere?
Yeah, I think he had help. It's a lot of secrets on Bill. It's a lot on Bill. But like I say, with my story, most of it is in my book. I talk about a lot of it, you know what I'm saying? I talk about how my mama said he got a tattoo of an eagle on his ass, so get the book, get the book. It's on Amazon. You can find it on my Facebook, my IG, my Twitter. I got linked on my page. You click and it's pinned. You go to my page and you click on it and take you straight to the book.
Gotcha. So has anyone ever throughout your life hit you up personally and said, hey?
Nah, he
along?
ain't never acknowledged me, him, his wife. No one never acknowledged that, you know, hey, we can help you, or, you know, or be quiet or whatever. No, never.
Got you. What about your mom? Has anybody ever approached her and be like, hey, let this
Well,
go?
I don't think nobody approached my mom since, like I say, since he made president in '93. Before then, like I say, they was gifting my mom with money, with presents to us. So after that, it was over. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. So in '93, you said that somebody approached your mom in '93 and was like, hey, let that go.
Well, it was probably like '95 when my mom was pushed out a two-story window. And basically it was like she was fit for her life because she got a metal plate in her feet, you know, after she about died, you know what I'm saying? So.
Gotcha. So can you kind of go deeper into like what happened in that situation with your moms? And
I mean, I don't know too much deeper in it because I was young. So by during that time, I don't know, she was pushed out a two-story window.
gotcha. Has anything else like unexplainable happened to you or any of your family members throughout this time?
Nah.
Gotcha. So you kind of been making this push for like a decade to really, really get acknowledged and get your story out there.
Myself. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've been pushing it myself since 2015, 2016. But like I say, before then I was raising my own kids and trying to get stable enough to push my story. So basically, yeah, the last decade.
Yeah. So what do you think has played into the fact that you haven't got a definitive answer at this point?
I mean, I just feel like it's just a lot they cover up, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that, I don't know, man, you know, I just feel like they ain't gonna never acknowledge it. So,
Why not?
cause like I said, they got a lot of secrets of their own. Like, I don't even think Chelsea's Bill Clinton's daughter, so.
Okay. You brought it up, so why do you
I
say?
mean, cause she look like Herbert Webster, which is supposed to be her father. So yeah, I think it's a lot that they got to hide. The reason why today that I can't get my truth.
Got you. And so who is Herbert Webster?
Well, Webster or something like that. He was a lawyer out of Arkansas, and when Bill's wife was a lawyer, something like that. I don't know too much deep into it, so.
Got you. But it's another one of those kind of
Yeah,
those
if
things.
you check out my Facebook, I shared it on Father's Day back in 2017.
Yeah.
It's a picture of him, her, me, and Bill.
Got you. And them dots is connecting. It's looking like.
I mean, check it out. You tell me. I would say, shit, that was 2017. It's before AI was pushing. So you can't say it's AI. You know what I'm saying?
So what are some other stories around Arkansas that's kind of pushing around Bill Clinton and all of this stuff?
I mean, they say he got a lot of kids, but you know, as far as coming out of Arkansas, I've been the main one. You know what I'm saying? They say a lot about Bill Clinton. You know, it's a lot of stories. You know, about during this time of government and presidency. So, but I keep it positive. I don't, you know, speak too much bad on them. I just speak about me and on my behalf of who I am, and you know, just trying to get my truth.
Gotcha. For sure. So do you think you being black plays a part in you not being able to get the answers that you've been seeking?
Yeah, I think so. I think if I was fully white, I probably got more help.
Gotcha. How does that make you feel?
I mean, shit. At this point, I done been through so much, you know. But then I probably was toe up, you know, as a teenager. You know, it make you have so many thoughts, so many feelings, you know what I'm saying? But like at this point, I keep pushing, man. I raising my own kids, but I'm gonna keep my story alive. I got this book out. I need everybody to go get this book. So I'm gonna keep pushing that.
Gotcha. And so, why should people believe that you are Bill Clinton's son outside of the looks?
It's true facts. He never acknowledged it. I've been pushing for the last decade. It's something, you know. It's something. It's more than just, you know. And I feel like, you know, I got a right to keep pushing because I need to know who's my father. You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, I don't feel like I done nothing wrong to keep pushing my story.
Gotcha. So when you get that answer, so let's just say today, right now, you got the answer.
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna bring a little comedy in here. We insert the Maury. Bill, you are the father. What happens then?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I want to be in his presence. I want him to see if he can see his younger me in me. You know what I'm saying? Even if I'm half black. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what the feeling's gonna bring or what my thoughts may be at that time.
Gotcha. What would you look at receiving from that information?
I mean,
Or hope to gain from it. You know what I'm saying?
I hope to gain a lot from it at the end of the day, like, even if it's just knowledge, you know what I'm saying? But definitely anything that he can possibly, you know, help me with my life, you know what I'm saying? If he is my father, he should, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. And so what if it came out that you are his son, and he still chose to have nothing to do with you?
It is what it is, you know. I know he's my dad. I know it's true facts. I know I've been chasing my dreams for a reason, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. And so not knowing who your father is, right? That's one thing in itself.
Yeah, because it played identity problems, you know what I'm saying, with yourself, you know what I'm saying? Because you find like, oh, is he or isn't, you know what I'm saying? So it played a lot. But at the same time, I had a father, you know, I'm named after my little brother and sister dad. So I had a father figure, you know what I'm saying? He might not have been the best father figure. He might not have been my dad. He never told me he wasn't my dad, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you a little white kid, you know what I'm saying? Even though I was the lightest one, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I'm a father to my kids.
That's a blessing, brother.
Yeah.
And so, like I was saying, like not knowing who your pops is, and shout out to that man for raising you like his own. Like, that's one thing in itself. But then when you got a situation over here where you talking about somebody that's a major part in American history,
Right.
and the potential that it could be your father,
Right.
like, I just want, like, how does that feel, bro? Like,
I mean, like I say, a million thoughts run through your head. Like, I mean, because sometimes it get deep, sometimes it don't, you know? Sometimes you and your feelings too deep, you know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I just keep going. I know one day I get the answers, you know what I'm saying? One day I get what I'm searching for.
yo, can you give us one of those feelings that you feel?
Shit, I can't. I haven't been in his presence. How can I give it to you?
Well, no, I'm just talking about as far as from the standpoint of,
I mean, probably relief. You know what I'm saying? Probably be like, oh, I knew this nigga was my dad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, bro. I'm just gonna keep pushing till I can.
Gotcha. And so, do you feel like you have any attributes of Bill Clinton? Like, do you watch any videos of him and be like, oh, okay, I got his charisma, or I got his this or
Yeah,
that?
I love jazz. Shit, and shit, like I say, I know I kind of favor him, you know what I'm saying, as far as me growing up through the years and watching myself, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I haven't been around him, so I don't know much of what I got of him. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And so, how different do you think your life would have been?
I mean, it been better than left me in the hood. You know what I'm saying? It been better than the hood. You know, I probably had something to eat. when I didn't have nothing to eat.
Yeah. And so have you ever thought about just being in the White House? What that would be like?
Nah, I haven't thought about it. I mean, like I say, he was out the White House before I started pushing my story. So like all those thoughts, probably as a kid I probably did, but now I ain't thinking about being in the White House.
Cause look, I'm watching. My girl got me watching Scandal.
Yeah.
I be watching. I be seeing them in the White House. I be like, man, I wonder what it'd be like growing up in the White House.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, I probably turned it up, but you know, I'm gonna keep that a secret. You know?
Or what was it? What's the movie with Sinbad and First Kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So yeah, that would.
I mean, what you think with black kids in the White House? You think about Will Smith and his friend at Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? You know what I'm saying?
Man,
What's his friend named Jazz? Will and Jazz?
Yeah.
Remember they was in Field House?
Yes,
no, they can't turn it up.
So it brings up that brings. So let's go. Let's just talk about a hypothetical situation.
Yeah.
You being the first black kid in the White House, living in the White House.
Man, I've probably been worse than Dennis the Menace, man. I ain't gonna tell it, man. You hear me? Because you gotta understand, like, in my life, what I done been through, I knew kids that had money. You know what I'm saying? They still took the pistol. So,
Yeah.
it's a difference.
So I got another hypothetical question for you. All right. Let's say Bill reached out when you were younger, and he said, "All right, cool, you can come, but your other siblings can't."
It ain't going. I wouldn't go. Because I come from struggling with them. Why would I leave them? We all got to go. And that's why I say the White House going to be like Field House. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gonna have a lot of black kids.
So for those that would say like that's not his responsibility, only you are, what would you say to that?
I stay with them.
Gotcha. Are there any, like, as far as are there any misconceptions out here as far as when in your story and your push to get your story heard and get your truth?
Only misconception is what the media put out. They put out what they want. They don't put out the true facts.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Which misconceptions would you like to clear?
Like the first DNA test, you know what I'm saying? The media put it out and then really get the true facts and then really find out the true facts. You know, then really go back and redo it. You know, let's do it again. If it says, oh, it's short on this chromosome, okay, well let's get his blood, let's go do it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So what happened with that first DNA test?
They put out false information. They said it wasn't. They said it proved it wasn't my father, which it didn't prove he wasn't or was.
Gotcha. So you received the DNA test, and then
I ain't received nothing at that time. I was probably 8. I was younger.
Yeah.
So my auntie then was working with these people, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't receive nothing. But, you know, today I didn't research my life, you know what I'm saying, as far as what they put out. And I know they put out false information.
And how do you know that?
Because they tell you they didn't even go through it all the way. They say that it was short on this chromosome and they're using her sperm on a dress that's probably 3-4 years old, and then they didn't do it right, man.
Okay, got it. And so when you're saying her sperm, who are you?
Well, they supposed to use Monica Lewinsky dress or what? Well, not her sperm, his sperm, whatever.
Yeah.
However it go, but anyway, man, they didn't do their job, man.
Okay, gotcha. So they tried to do a supposed DNA test
off of
where
Monica
they used Monica Lewinsky, the semen off of her dress.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
Clean semen off of her dress and try to compare that to my DNA.
Gotcha. So when the media kind of portrays the story this way, how does that make you feel, bro?
I mean, hurt because they put out what they want. They don't dig deeper than what they should. You know what I'm saying? They don't do their job. They just put out what looks good for them.
Yeah, and they playing with people's real lives out here.
Yeah. So it is what it is. But like I said, everything's in my book. Get my book, man. I talk about my life. I talk about my people. I talk about where I come from. The Forgotten Son, it's on Amazon. It's on IG, Facebook, Twitter. I got them linked, pinned to my page. All you gotta do is go on there, click on it, take you straight to the book on Amazon. You can buy it. The Forgotten Son, The World Made Me Do It.
Gotcha. Make sure y'all go grab that book, man. So now I know this is another public story that's been out there. This infamous trip to the governor's mansion. Back in, what was it, like 92, 93 or something like that? Or
no, he was governor, so it was like in 90.
90.
Yeah, so he made president in 93. I mean, my aunt just took me up there, was trying to, you know, basically telling, no, this your son, but they rent us off, this, whatever they, security or the police, whatever they was, they rent us off. Told us we weren't supposed to be on the premises. Rent us off.
And Hillary was involved in that. Was she? Or was?
Well, I mean, they was all at she was with them then at the time, they was together, you know what I'm saying, at the governor mansion. So I don't know if she was there involved in running me off or what.
Okay, gotcha. And I'm sorry, excuse me. So in that situation, when you went there, and you did that, is anything else happened since then? Like, have you? Let me rephrase that. Did you ever make a trip did you ever think about taking a trip to the White House? Or
I went to the Million Man March, but by this time Bill wasn't president. You know, I went to the Million Man March during Obama. And like I said, I was just trying to connect with different people to keep pushing my story out, to see who can I, you know, find and give me more help. But anyway, I went to the Million Man March, and that was the only time I ever been to the White House.
Gotcha. Because I know you reached out to Obama before as well.
Yeah.
I think he acknowledged it or responded to it.
Well, he didn't respond. So basically, I was just, you know, reaching out to him, asking him, you know, for help on me getting a paternity test and getting lawyers, and, you know, just reaching out for help.
Gotcha. So, how do you feel about Bill Clinton, outside of your father, just Bill Clinton as a public figure and a president?
I mean, I think he was a great dude. I think, you know, he did his job as being him, because everybody loved him. So, but, you know, at the end of the day, I got a life too, you know. I ain't choose this life. So I gotta know who my background come from.
Gotcha. Yeah. So about how old were you when with the Bill Clinton Monica Lewinsky scandal? How old were you?
Yeah, I don't know the correct year of that, but it had to been anywhere between 90 something. I was probably, like I say, in 93 I was 8. So 95 I was 10. 96 I was 11. 97 I was 12. So
yeah.
I think he only stayed president for 4 terms, I think, to like 98.
When you were hearing this scandal kind of going on, what you was like? Was you like, come on, Pops, I'm supposed to keep him more player than that?
No, I don't think I was too much paying attention, because like I say, I was youngster, and I think it was like more going on in my life than me sitting around watching TV and paying attention to what he had going. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I wasn't too stable. My aunts raised me, you know what I'm saying? Both of my aunts and my granny. So you can imagine me, you know what I'm saying, swiveled around the family.
Yeah. And so let's and I've asked you this, but I want to kind of ask you in a different way so it can be very clear. What do you want people to understand about your story today?
Man, I just feel like, it's a responsibility of me to tell my story because there's other people go through stuff. No matter if it's their daddy, the president, whoever their daddy may be, but people go through stuff and I just want to motivate them and keep pushing and, tell them that no matter what you're going through, you can come out of it. You know what I'm saying? You just got to keep going. You know what I'm saying? I just hope that this helped them overcome their obstacles. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. So how do you see your life and goals moving forward, separate from this narrative?
I mean, I'm going because, like I said, I'm raising my kids. I got kids in college. I'm going to keep going. That's my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about him right now. Because I got to protect them. You know what I'm saying? So we ain't going to talk about that.
Okay. For sure. So if the truth never becomes public, what would be the hardest part for you to accept?
Shit, I mean, there ain't much to accept. If it never comes from, I just keep going. Like I said, I ain't gonna keep telling it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep telling it. Like I say, before I can even tell this story, I can remember them following me home. You know what I'm saying? Take a picture of me at elementary school. So I feel like I have a right to keep telling this story because they was telling it before I could tell it.
Gotcha. No, that's real, bro.
Yeah.
That's real.
It is real.
Yeah.
It's true. So it is what it is.
For sure. Nah, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I was just thinking about it. Like, I ain't gonna lie, that kind of hit me, bro. I'm be real with you. He like, niggas,
it's real, I mean.
Yeah. So now I'm ready to come claim it.
Mine, like you go back, I'm telling you the years. In 90, I was born in 85. In 93, I was 8. 85, 95, 3 years later, 8. You know what I'm saying? I was just learning to write. I was just learning, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And they following you around, and nah, bro. Like I said, they hit me.
No,
you know
it's
what I'm saying?
And that's how they got the DNA test when I was younger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if I was probably like old enough to, you know what I'm saying, to handle the shit myself, it'd been different.
So you just to sum it up, like you kind of feel like they been playing with you. Now I ain't playing with y'all.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
The media put out what they want.
Yeah. That's real, bro. And I can hear like I said, it resonated with me. Like I can hear the, you know what I'm saying, bro? And that's what people need to know and feel, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's not the side that people get to see.
No, it ain't.
People get to see, oh, I'm Bill Clinton's son.
People they take their mind and take the narrative other places, but you gotta actually believe and have faith and know that, you know what I'm saying, a person just ain't hurt because, oh, he got a mental problem. No, I ain't got no mental problem. I got smart kids I raised.
Yeah. But they need to see kind of the effects that it's had and the interruption that it's caused in your life.
It costs a lot, yeah.
So since you been 5, they been at your door.
Boom, 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 kick in the door. Yeah. Grab y'all. Nah, I ain't gonna say.
But no, and that's real, bro. They been in there and they been pretty much exploiting information out of you for a story. And then when it comes time,
however you want to put it, yeah.
Yeah. Then when it comes time for you to get the answers you looking for,
I'm a lie. I'm searching for money. You hear me? That's what they say. I'm just out here just trying to take people down through that. No, I'm out here just speaking on what's true.
No.
I got it in my book. That's why I wrote my book. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like I should be able to tell it. I should be able to keep telling my story. And I wasn't gonna get no help until I stepped forward for myself.
For sure. So, and that brings me to this point here. So, for the person that doesn't know, person that's never heard this story, why should they buy your book?
Because like I say, at the end of the day, I hope this book, people that been through stuff, if it's similar to this or maybe not similar to this book is the true story of my life, and I just hope it motivates the next person and I feel like it's just my responsibility to keep telling it and teaching people my story. You know what I'm saying? So, however they take it, I just hope they take it and then motivate it.
And what is it about your story that you feel like is really gonna connect with the people and motivate them and really shed some light on it?
I mean, because it's just the overcome of all of it. You know what I'm saying? Through all of it, you know what I'm saying? From the lies they put out to me keep telling, who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's just gonna be the overcome of all of it. It's just gonna be something that motivates people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure. Because like we were saying, it's people that don't know their father, but like how you telling it from a standpoint of not only do I not know my father, but this is the different level of effect that it has and interruption that it has when your father is Bill Clinton.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So no, I got you, and that's valuable in itself because people need to know that this ain't no regular. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, what does your story say? This is gonna be a two-part question. So, what does your story say about how America treats, or how power and influence trumps everything else?
Shit, Tupac told you before, America eats their own baby. Shit, that's true. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Okay, nice and simple. Nice and simple.
Yeah.
And so, with you being from Arkansas, do you think that also plays a part in it as far as you not being able to get your story out there?
Yeah. Yeah, because shit, you gotta climb out of Arkansas. You hear me? You gotta crawl out that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So people can really hear you. Cause they don't believe you. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, it's just all the bad stuff that people speak on it. So, and Arkansas is a nice place. It's a natural state. It's home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah.
And what's some of the difficulties that you dealt with out there growing up in Arkansas and Little Rock and things of that sort?
Racism, gangs, everything. It's like people go through the same stuff all over the world, but there it's probably was worse. You know what I'm saying? The gangs was more serious, the racists was more serious, the police was more crooked. So it's a lot.
And did who people say your father is, who you say your father is, who your father could be, who your father is. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say the statement that everybody gonna say. Did that have any effect on your relationship with the police out there?
I mean, sort of, but I was ahead of myself. You know what I'm saying? I try to stay out of bullshit. I try to stay out of. I grew up with gangs. I grew up with the most tourist gang in Little Rock, Wolf Street. You know what I'm saying? So I think I was too slicker to get caught up in bullshit.
Yeah. So like no police was like, they didn't try to take, you ain't Bill's son, you don't know what you talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like they
not necessarily just harassing me about Bill, son. I'd have been jacked up for other stuff, you know what I'm saying? But not about Bill, son, But as far as they knowing who I am, I feel like I'd have been followed before, you know what I'm saying, by the police. One time a police followed me from probably 10 miles. So I say from one side of town to the other side of town. I'm like, yeah, this nigga just following me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I know it come from who I am. They know who I am by me been putting this out since 15. So, yeah.
And was there ever anybody in around your town that just like, nah, that ain't true. That ain't true.
I mean, you got the ones that say it, you got some that say it, some that say it is, It's gonna be there, but I take it and mix it, and I keep going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like the bag going in one ear, which is a bunch of stupid people, the love, they hugging me, you know, baby, you got this, you know what I'm saying? So I just keep pushing, bro, because I know at the end of the day, I'm doing something for me, you know what I'm saying, that it's better than what I was doing in life, you know what I'm saying, where I come from. It's better than being in the gang or this and that, you know, I'm doing something for me to push me, you know what I'm saying? I'm willing to die for me telling my story, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And I want to ask you this question. I know this is, I saw from your abrupt, that this is a sensitive subject. So if you don't want to talk on it, we ain't got to talk on it. But how do your kids feel about what you're doing?
My kids?
Yeah.
Like, shit, my older kids, they know what it is. They know who I am. I've been doing this since, you know what I'm saying? But my young kids don't know who he is. You know what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, they're my babies. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't speak on them. So
Yeah.
I keep it protected.
For sure. For sure. So how it played out with him and your lack of.
They got a good daddy.
Yeah.
I ain't got no daddy.
Yeah.
They daddy good. You hear
Yeah.
me? That daddy struggled to get to where he at, to keep pushing for them. You know what I'm saying? I did good for my babies. So I'm figuring out who they papa is. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this for me. You know what I'm saying? So not for them, it's for me.
For sure. So if you could say anything to Bill Clinton right now, what would you say?
Shut a man up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, he should take accountability. He put out the Child Support Act, the Deadbeat Parents Act. I feel like he should take accountability and figure out, am I his son or not? And put it behind it. Because I know, for me, if a woman came up and said, hey, this your baby, I'm going to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be like, hey, my baby, you know, he look black. You know what I'm saying? Say whatever, you know. It is what it is, but I just feel like he should take accountability. Because, like I say, he pushed the act, the Deadbeat Parent Act. You know what I'm saying? We pay child support for that. If I don't take care of my kids, I'm going down here to have to pay child support. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm entitled to know who I am.
Yeah. If you could say anything to Hillary.
I ain't gonna say nothing. You good?